Welcome to the Earth Party. Come see what this mysterious world has to offer. So Big Brother was invited by the chief for seclusion, while Simon found a big monster digging for treasure. A mysterious connection with that little drill. Simon couldn't wait to dig it up, find Big Brother, and share this shocking discovery. But just as Big Brother escaped the cell, the patrolling village chief caught him, with the charge too lazy to care. The village chief furiously raised the village's sword, preparing for some serious punishment, when suddenly a tremor struck, leaving everyone. A huge object fell from the ceiling, and as the smoke cleared, a giant shark had appeared, causing chaos all around. Only Big Brother Kamino was excited like a kid with a new toy, pointing at the ceiling and shouting, "I told you." Then the monster seemed to wake up and started smashing everything, turning the village into a fun world, while Kamino just shrugged it off. He approached the village chief and mocked him, "See, who is the real king now?" And then he captured the village's only big sword. "Don't be scared. Carry the manly spirit and whack him. Let's keep the party going." Kamino's heroic act made a deep impression on Simon, while others just thought he was a goofball. Goofball. Just when everyone thought Kamino was done for, gunshots rang out. The red-headed lady with the barret descended, declaring, "You all step aside, I got this." This time it was the power of women. Yuko brought the monster down with just a few shots. But Yuko knew this was just temporary. Sure enough, the monster quickly counterattacked, and Simon cleverly dug to save everyone. After chatting, they learned Yuko was from the next village, the monster face, and Simon led them in a wild run. He brought them to the treasure spot, greeted by a giant face and a cockpit. Simon wanted Big Brother to pilot it against the outside face, but Big Brother realized this thing resonated with his drill. Obviously, this was the rule of big guys don't need little guys, and he shoved Simon into the cockpit, saying, "Y'all listen to me." Simon plugged in the drill, and with a roar, he floored the gas, not even having a license, and suddenly zoomed everyone back to the village. Though smaller, Big Brother named the little face fiercely, "Cutie Pie." Facing the incoming attacks, Simon was dodging like a scared chicken, leaving Big Brother quite anxious, because a man should fight to the death rather than retreat. As they regained their senses, hammers fell wildly. Kamino and Yuko were knocked off, landing on the big face. Seeing this, Simon chanted internally, embodying Big Brother's spirit. He immediately found his courage, remembering Big Brother's motto, and charged forward. As the giant face's hammer came crashing down, Simon used his iron head technique to block it, knocking the big down. Everyone thought victory was near, sighing with relief, but the giant face awoke and bit Simon's cockpit. At this moment, Simon craved greater power, yanked the key, cranked up the juice, and the drill was back in. A drill shot out like a rocket, and his hands transformed into drills, charging upwards. The group fought tirelessly, finally launching the giant face into the air. For the first time, they saw breathtaking scenery unmissable. But just as they were lost in the beauty, they suddenly plummeted as Simon quickly activated the protection mode. Amidst chaos, two giant faces appeared, punching. Simon relied on luck. A punch is coming. Another punch was incoming. Simon drove Little Face desperately to escape, digging holes to hide, which was utterly disgraceful in Big Brother's eyes. So he bravely stood in front of the two giant faces, starting to throw down the challenge. Behold, a man's dignity won't allow retreat. But soon, Simon lost power from fear. Yuko too was desperate, watching the giant face approach. Under the intense fire, one face shattered, and out shot a little guy, revealing it was the orc controlling the face. The other face, realizing it couldn't win, grabbed his teammate and fled. Turns out this was an everyday show on the ground. Yet strangely enough, the giant faces only roamed during the day, while nights were much quieter. At night, Simon was escaping while keeping Little Face safe, pondering how to get through it all. At that moment, Big Brother looked at the starry sky and told Simon, as a man, "You must walk tall into the future." Only then could they see the most beautiful views, and through Yuko's introduction, they met the Metropo Master. Bright and early the next morning, the giant face returned, a red one, flanked by two sidekicks full of swagger. It showed no care even when trapped, and Big Brother praised this face, just as Simon arrived driving Little Face. Big Brother leaped onto the stage, elaborating on his plan to seize control, while Yuko and Simon stood by to provide cover. Big Brother took Yuko's provided pistol, ready to force the door open, when the face next to him lunged at him. Simon rushed in to block the attack, successfully pushing open the red face's hatch, and the orc complied. However, due to driver mismatch, the system rejected Big Brother's request, leaving an awkward moment. What appeared before him was an image of a human skull, which made the usually fearless Kamino feel fear. Not afraid of death, but of becoming a nameless nobody, losing face for my godson. Who's the master? Under my Big Brother's dominant aura. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.